Let's get right into it by starting with a Google definition. What is parasocialism if you're not aware? Parasocial means a one-sided relationship, usually between a person and a fictional character, celebrity, public figure, where one person invests a significant energy and emotion without the other party's awareness or reciprocal engagement. No. We live in 2025. We carry these on us all the time. Everyone is a little parasocial. It's really a spectrum. How parasocial are you rather than are you parasocial? My main thing with parasocialism is it definitely puts you in a spot where you neglect your own life to worry about someone else's. Majority of the time, that someone else is doing better than you. Majority of the time, that someone else benefits from you knowing about them, caring about them, talking about them. And you don't really benefit when you pour all your time into it. Now, let's say that person or that figure is teaching you something to better yourself. You're taking it. No. Let's say you're taking it, you're bettering yourself. How could anyone ever complain, right? No. To put all your energy into watching and talking and having opinions and going on Twitter rants about someone and what they did, good or bad, when it's doing nothing for you, is not that far from insanity. I see insanity very often on my Twitter. I don't even use Twitter a lot, but really, that's like the perfect example because that's probably where you'll find the most parasocial people. There's not much of a filter on Twitter. When you take away people's filter, things kind of get crazy, right? So, fuck. You know, one thing, I keep letting it get away from me. I start off and it's near me. I just kick it all the way over there. But yeah, I do have some things to start with, though. I'm going to start with hate. Parasocial hate. Kind of like cancel culture. We're in 2025, though, so it's not like cancel culture is a new, fresh thing to talk about, but more so the parasocial aspect of it and the way how someone will see that a figure has done something, quote unquote, cancelable. They'll hop on that train, that bandwagon of trying to cancel them. I know you've seen this before, where they don't even really care that much what said person did or what group of people that thing may have offended. They more so are just happy that they get an excuse to do what? To hate. Because really, the way I see it, look, we all have a shadow side to us. We all have like a negative side with the anxiety, the judgment, the envy, the hate. We all have that. It's a matter of how well do you keep it under wraps? Do you shut it down when it tries to come out, or do you let it take over? Do you let it run you? You know, some people give themselves the excuse to let it run them. As soon as someone does something controversial on the internet, now all their hate comes out. Look, that person said something to offend the black community. You know, someone that isn't even black is going to go out of their way to stalk them and to send them negative messages like, what is that doing for your life? This person lives miles away from you. You are not happy with your place in life. What are you doing? What are you doing? You feel me? Like, some people got to stop and ask, what am I doing with myself? And no, this is not a video to address parasocialism or parasocial hate towards me. I don't really receive a lot of it, but I know that as time goes on, it will pop up. You know what I'm saying? The more people you touch, the more people will hate you regardless. You can cure cancer and people will hate you. So I don't ever really put too much attention to that. But I was talking about how people don't really care. They put on the veil that they care, the mask that they care, when in reality, they're more happy than they are upset. Right? The happiness that they get to show their negative traits and get away with it because, oh, everyone's bashing this person, so I could bash them too. Because be real, if you wake up in the morning, why are you fuming because this person did this thing? Are they God? No, they're just a person saying a thing. So it's like, no, let's say the person has an audience full of kids. As long as there's an actual valid like reason behind the outrage that you see, like if you look at someone outraging on Twitter or Instagram or TikTok or wherever about someone that they want canceled, look at the basis behind their outrage. If the basis isn't, oh, this is actually causing a big negative impact on the world or people or kids, right? If it's not that and it's just like, oh my God, I can't believe that this person personally said this thing, or I can't believe that this person simply feels this way or simply has this opinion that infuriates me. One other person, imagine letting one person, like, because this is the thing, right? When you take away the veil of social media, how much we're used to it, really think about it. Like, think about how one person that lives miles away from you, if you're one of those people who do the parasocial hating and you go crazy, think about how one person who lives miles away from you, would never see them in life, can tamper and play with your emotions and get in your head so much, and you don't know this person. Think about that. Are you happy about that? If not, change yourself. The whole video doesn't even have to be about hate necessarily. We can also speak about the way how sometimes I think these people forget that they don't really know these men and these women on the internet, these influencers. You don't know them. You do not know these people. They act like they're genuinely friends, right? Or as though they've genuinely wronged them or affected their life in any way. But I'm telling you, look at some of these comment sections. I'm most likely gonna have some parasocial shit up on the screen. These people act like they're really friends or they're really in the room with some of these people and some of these streamers. And it's like, yo, that shit's concerning. No, I'm not just trying to shit on everybody's fun and shit on someone what makes someone feel good. Nah, it's more so like when it starts to negatively affect your life, that's when you should lock the fuck in, because again, this can stunt your real growth. There are a lot of people who find more contentment in another person's life than their own. Where's your life going to be if you don't even find contentment in improving your life? You don't care in improving your life. Like, I think what it is a lot of these people have given up on improving themselves. Most of the people on the internet that they're parasocial towards are people that have locked in with themselves, been consistent, showed themselves consistently, showed up and showed up and showed up, bettered themselves in front of people, right? Gain success in front of people, reach milestones in front of people. So it's like, these people, they're people just like you, but sometimes when you hold them up to that pedestal, the parasocial demons forget that you're holding people just like you on pedestals because they've simply done more than you have as a person. So when they give up on their ability to rise up and to be great, no, you don't have to be an influencer, by the way. No, just in general, like find your thing, find your niche, do that, stay consistent, put an importance towards your self-belief, your self-improvement, your growth. But when they give up on that and they don't do that and they just think, well, some people are up, some people are down. I'm just down here. He's just up here. When they look at the world that way, they literally don't believe that they could be that person on the screen. But again, you don't have to be an influencer. It's not that that's all there is in life. No, that person on the screen is just a metaphor for that person that people look up to, that successful guy that people look up to, that the people in the family look up to, that the people just around you look up to, that the people want tips from, the people want to know how you did it. They don't believe in themselves that they could be that person. They don't believe to the point where they speak about that person as though that person is a God. There is only one God. A human being could never step up to that level. Anything you've seen a human do, you could do it too. Anything. Is it so clear to see? Because I'm convinced it's a form of escape. We've all had a phase in life where you might have been running away from reality, right? You might have had a phase where you're running away from the difficult questions and the difficult things you got to face. And let's say the future is stressing you out, so you just run away, you escape. Me personally, I had a phase where I was just getting high all the time, right? That's what I was doing. Senior year, didn't want to think about what I was going to do after high school, so I would just get high. Weed, shrooms. But yeah, nothing crazy. It was a form of escapism. So I could see how another person would escape the idea of improving their own life or figuring out what they want to do to achieve a higher purpose with their own life by simply immersing themselves into the lives of these people that they see on the screens every day. It's very clear. It's beyond clear. Now, mind you, when you see kids be parasocial, it makes sense. Like if you're 14 years old and you're extremely parasocial, it's like, I'm not going to tell you to go on a self-improvement journey and like be a kid. It's more so just like when they start to touch higher ages. I think it's 18 enough. When you get to that age where you can start to legally do things, but you just sit in your room and just watch other people live their lives. Let's talk about Riz content. Oh my God. If you sit in your room and just watch people Riz up girls, you know what you are. Like that's a whole genre of content. If you're one of those people, just know people profit off of you sitting there watching them Riz up girls. You watch people go to these parties and do all this and that. It's like, yo. But it's definitely a form of escapism. I see it a lot. I see people comment on it all the time. These people will commonly say things like, oh, why are you worried about me? Worry about yourself. You know, it gets to them in a way where they might start to just blatantly shit on their viewers. And it might seem like, oh, this influencer is shitting on their viewers. They call their viewers broke and bums and worthless. They don't care about their viewers. But it's like, again, what it comes down to, realizing that influencers are people. When you hold them up to this like extremely high standard, it's like when they do something, it's such an issue because they're supposed to be gods to you. They're supposed to be deities. So it's like, how dare you exercise a human trait? How dare you exercise human frustration? People will judge an influencer as just someone with status for doing something that they would have done the same had they been in that same situation. People automatically place themselves below. Disregard anything physical. Your mindset is your bank. When I see an influencer sometimes get frustrated and talk down on their fans because their fans are acting too weird and parasocial, I never blame them. They're not talking about the ones that are just pull up, show love, and just be regular human beings. They're talking about the ones that get too close, that act like they know them in real life. Put yourself in that person's shoes. Again, it's hard for them to put, like the parasocial person finds it difficult to put himself in the shoes of this God. Now Another topic I want to touch on: the obsession with downfall. I don't know about you, but how often will you see a video where it's like, Kai Cenat's career is over. This is it for Kai Cenat. And it's another video essay about some minuscule thing that he did and how this is it for him. Like, bruh, look, I'm not here to glaze nobody. It's Kai Cenat, bruh. Like, if someone's done so much in their life on camera, he's doing this shit on fucking TV in front of you. Do something with yourself, bruh. There's so many more productive things that technically, now that I look at it, people that make the video essays, or that's a good question. What's worse? The people that make those video essays constantly basically wishing for someone's downfall or trying to milk the idea of someone's downfall, or the people that feed into the idea that it is their downfall. The person that makes the video is trying to profit off of it and gain something off of it, and they are on their own little journey of being a YouTube media topic coverer. So I guess they're better off than the person who just views and just hates with a smiling face as he's viewing a video on someone's downfall, quote unquote, right? The thing about the person who profits off it is his mindset is in the right place, at least in terms of the way how he is doing something with himself, how he is consistent with something. At least there's that. But then it's a matter of, where are you putting your energy? Because you can put your energy anywhere. You could do anything. So it's like, where are you putting your energy matters too. It's not just put energy into something. You could put energy into crime. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's people who put real intelligence into crime, and it's like, damn, you smart. You could have, you know what I'm saying? You could have did something else. Like, it's crazy when you look at it. But yeah, there is an obsession with downfall. There's an obsession with something great. This is not all about Kai Cenat. There's an obsession with something great falling, which it makes sense when it's something that's genuinely affecting you. Like, let's say the system, the way how everything's run, and the way how you can find a lot of videos speaking down on the system and how unfair it is, and how billionaires have an unfair advantage, and how there shouldn't be so many billionaires when there are people who can't eat. I'm obsessed with the idea of the system falling, yes. Obsessed with the idea of some successful guy on the internet just losing everything. What does that do for you? That means you don't want to achieve anything. You just want to see people get pulled down to the same level as you, because you have completely given up on the idea that you can get up to any levels at all. There's someone who said broke is not a financial state, it is a mind state. Anyone who is just obsessed with the idea of somebody great falling, make it make sense. Let's say they were born with a silver spoon in their mouth. I don't even agree with hating on someone born with a silver spoon in their mouth, because someone came before them that got it out the mud. The generational wealth was so great to the point where for generations and generations and generations, the kids did not know struggle. So that's still something to be commended. No, there are some loopholes, so you could go around that and tell me that, oh, blah, 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 they had an unfair advantage from the start, their whole lineage, whatever, but that's not the whole point. Point goes to say, there's really no reason to hate on another person because it does nothing for you. There's no reason to be parasocial. Parasocial isn't all about hate, just in general. Parasocialism affects your life. It affects your growth. Parasocialism is like a disease right now in this time. I'm realizing that diseases and shit, like the way how you might read about the plague in a textbook, that's how you're gonna read about shit like parasocialism in the future, because that's what really affects. Everything is digital now, so you have to think digital, bro. Parasocialism is a digital disease. That's not to say like throw your phone away and live in the woods so you don't be parasocial. Nah, it's to say like, watch how much you view another person's life. Watch how much you care about another person's life. Never stop asking yourself, what does this do for me? How does this serve me? Never stop asking yourself that, bro. Better yourself. Work on something, bro. Start bad and then get good. You gotta care. Don't give up on personal growth because you automatically took yourself out the game. So no, your game is just bringing people down to your level of not caring. Crazy. I see it so often. When someone has a broke mindset, their mindset tells them that they have nothing. They won't ever have anything. They won't ever achieve anything because all of the circumstances and life around them prevents it. They blame everything around them for their circumstances. So like, you know, when you're in hell and it's like, yeah, I'm just in hell. Like, there's nothing I could do. People will literally be on earth with opportunities of a lifetime, but tell themselves that they're in some type of hell that they can't escape. But I appreciate you for watching this video. I will start structuring these. Thank you for watching. See you next time. I don't play soccer. Listen, I'm just out here practicing a new skill. Touching grass. Some of us should try that. Some of us should try that. But yeah, appreciate you for watching. Goodbye.